Hey everyone, my name is Garima and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're diving into a bowl of pure comfort, my favorite broccoli cheddar soup that is creamy, cozy, and absolutely soul warming. Now, there is something magical about transforming simple ingredients into a velvety soup that feels like a warm hug in a bowl. For me, this is the perfect comfort food when I'm short on time but still want something hearty and flavorful. So come, let's step into my kitchen and get started. Now let's take a look at a few key ingredients for today's recipe. Of course, here we've got some washed broccoli florets. Then we've got some chopped onions, julienne carrots, and sharp cheddar cheese. I suggest grating the cheese yourself. Pre-shredded cheddar often contains anti-caking agents that can prevent it from melting smoothly in your soup. So buy a block of cheese and grate it yourself. Here we have some salted butter, finely chopped garlic, some salt to taste, crushed black pepper powder, and all-purpose flour. Let us first start with the butter. So melt butter in a heavy bottom pan or pot over medium heat. Once the butter has melted, add the chopped onions and saute for a few minutes until fragrant. Stir in the garlic and cook for another minute or so. Now to create the roux, sprinkle in the flour and whisk continuously for about a minute or two until the flour turns golden. This forms a paste which will then thicken the soup. Now the goal here is to cook out the raw taste of the flour. You can adjust the roux's color depending on how thick you want your soup. A lighter roux creates a creamy white-based soup while a darker roux gives a richer, heartier flavor. Now gradually add in the water in small batches, whisking continuously to avoid any lumps. Alternatively, you could also add vegetable stock at this stage. We just need to be a little patient and keep stirring until the mixture is smooth and lump-free. Season with some salt to taste and then stir in your broccoli and carrots. Let's give this all a good mix and then cover the pot and simmer for 12 to 15 minutes or until the broccoli is tender. Alright, it's been close to 15 minutes and I'm going to take a look at our soup and this looks just done. At this time, I'll be adding some crushed black pepper, heavy cream, and grated cheddar cheese. Now I recommend adding the cheese in batches while stirring to avoid cheesy lumps. We are going to allow the soup to cook for just a few minutes until the cheese has completely melted. Now I'm going to be removing about 1 cup of the soup and blend it until smooth. This step strikes the perfect balance between creamy and textured, allowing the broccoli florets to remain while giving the soup a rich velvety consistency. So simply remove about 1 cup of the soup, put it in a blender jar and puree until smooth. Then go ahead and add it back to your pot and give it all a good stir. Allow the soup to come to one final boil and it is going to be ready to serve. Now I love adding a bit of crunch to the soup, so let's quickly prepare some homemade croutons. Cut your leftover sourdough bread or any bread of choice into bite-sized pieces, drizzle some olive oil on top, season with just a pinch of salt and crushed black pepper, followed by dried oregano and paprika powder. Give everything a good toss until well combined and then transfer the croutons to an air fryer basket or oven and bake at 250 degrees for 5 to 7 minutes or until crispy. Now while this soup is delicious on its own, toppings can take it to the next level and here is how I like to finish it off. Ladle the soup into a bowl and then let your creativity flow. I love to start with a generous sprinkle of chili flakes for a little heat and then add some finely chopped chives for a fresh herby kick. And then for that perfect crunch, garnish with homemade crispy croutons because every great soup deserves a little crunch. And of course, don't forget the star of the show, cheddar cheese. Grate a little extra on top because honestly, you can never have enough cheese. Now, if you are feeling adventurous, then try adding a dollop of sour cream, a drizzle of olive oil, or even a few toasted pumpkin seeds for a delightful crunch and extra flavor. The possibilities are truly endless, so get creative and make it your own. I'd love to hear how your broccoli cheddar soup turns out, whether you stick to the classic toppings or get creative with your own fun twist. I am sure either way it is going to be delicious. And if you have enjoyed this recipe, then don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe for more tasty dishes and cooking tips. Stay tuned for more comfort food favorites and let's keep cooking together.